How's it going, everyone? Domadeus came back with another video. This is going to be the last two wars of the season. Well, rather, this is going to be war number 10 of 11 of the season. I know I'm putting these videos out kind of late. I know the season is already over as of the posting of this video, but I wanted to make sure that I still posted these last couple wars for you guys. I'll be posting war number 10 today, war number 11, the last one of the season, tomorrow. And then we'll be sharing my rewards opening on Saturday. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. So this is war number 10. If I remember correctly, this was versus Kenobi, or I think, ISO8a, I think. So we're going in with Kingpin and Penny Parker. I've been really loving using both those characters during this season. I'll be doing during my rewards opening some like MVPs of the season, and these two are definitely kind of at the top of my list already. So this is a Void, this is Path 9, Hazard Shift, Poison, Incinerate. Penny Parker is perfect for this lane because she is immune to both of those debuffs. And I've taken this fight before. I took this in a previous video. Pretty much what we're doing is we're waiting out the timer for the debuffs that Void places on us to hit our 10 combo. And there we go, we drop an L1 there as well. Void also has, I believe on this note, some reduced power drain effectiveness, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong. Again, this is a few days after I've taken this war, so we kind of mistime the getting to the 40 combo there, so we do take a little bit of damage from the degen, doing 1,000 a tick for just one of those debuffs, which is crazy, so we got to be very careful. Luckily, Penny Parker has a lot of hits on both her L1 and her L2, so we're able to get to that 50 combo pretty easily right after the timer goes off there. Kind of a slow fight, definitely not one that was going to help us in the fight timer, metric, if anything. But, we're just playing it safe. Got to make sure that we don't die anymore, so there we go. We're up at 21, or at least we were at 21 Spider Sense charges. Unfortunately, Void is Incinerate immune, so we're not able to get that big damage. No big red numbers, no big Incinerate from the end of that special 2, but that's okay. We just went for it for the combo numbers here. So we're going to wait out this timer. We're at 87 hits. He's at 24%. Here comes the timer. Get a nice little parry if we can. Little re-parry action there. Take a little bit of degen damage. Didn't quite get the parries how we wanted them to. But yeah, this fight goes pretty much how we needed it to. So we'll do one more parry. Going to go for an L2. Take this guy out. And there we go. First fight down of war number 10. Next up, we have this Arcus fight, which we will be taking Kingpin for. On this path, Arcus was a little bit scary for me initially, but as I've found out, Kingpin is great counter to Arcus, since he can shrug off all of the armor breaks and then the cold snaps, and then he can also prevent Arcus from placing them and gaining more power with his L1, which is awesome. Get a little bit messed up there. As you see, we lose a couple of our indestructible charges there. We mess up a parry, he gets the tenacity, which awakened Arcus can get based on his sig level, so that's a little unfortunate, but we're just going to keep baiting out the L1s, staying away from him as much as we can. Look at the degen is doing quite a lot of work here. We were in overpower mode, which is awesome. This lane really good for Kingpin, since he can get to the overpower phase really quickly, and especially against Arcus, who's also placing debuffs on us. This is going quite well. Back at a full yellow bar, which is awesome. Going to go again for the L1. He does get the indestructible buff, so we got to wait out a little bit. That degen doing about 500 a tick, a little bit underneath. Block and L2. And there we go. Drop another L1 here. We're in overpower mode, so now the degen is doing just under 700 now. So about 1400 every second. And yeah, we're just playing it slow here. I think I was trying to get back to a full yellow bar. Fortunately, it doesn't work out for us. But you know what? 98% at the end of a fight is not terrible whatsoever. We do have this Maestro Overseer. I don't know if it's technically a mini-boss or not, but it is the culmination of these three paths here. He does have Hazard Shift, but Kingpin, he's going to be able to shrug off all the special concussions that he's going to place on us, and all the, poison and incinerate stuff. So I was assigned this fight pretty easy. We do have class advantage as well, so all of our degens and attacks are going to be doing a little bit more, which is great. We We are still boosted, so we are hitting pretty hard as it is. Already in overpower mode, which is awesome. Going to drop an L1 here, and you'll see that the degen is doing literally 800 damage, 799, just underneath, just one underneath. We have to be careful about that block proficiency passive, because that can give him an auto block, which will parry us. He is also stun immune while that is up, something that I forgot. As you can see, we try to go for parry and he's immune, and I was like, wait, what's happening? And then I remembered, oh yeah, he's stun immune when he has that up, so got to be extra careful with that. Luckily, anytime we have those rage stacks on us, we are going to be healing a little bit, so we're still at 97%. Go for the L1, degens, take him down, 97%. We ended up the fight with 1 less percent than the fight before, which is just perfect. So we burn some energy, get everyone to this Domino mini-boss, and then we come back for a later fight. So next up, we are now on, I believe this is Path 1 of Section 2. So we have this Magneto on Vigor. We're going to be taking in Kingpin here. Luckily, it's no one eye open, no stun immune, so we're going to be able to parry this guy as much as we need to. It is kind of a long fight because of Vigor. We're going to be hoping that the L1 degen reduces the ability accuracy enough so that he doesn't proc the healing as much. But as you can see, you know, we do this fight pretty easily. We reboost up again just to be sure. And yeah, high ground is going to be a little bit annoying here since he's going to be doing some burst damage into our blocks and everything. But there we go, get the first L1 off, and we're just going to be trying to bait out the L1s. I'm really not trying to bait out any L2s in this fight. I think we end up dexing one of them, but for the most part, going to be, you know, trying to push him just to the L1s and dashing back and, you know, doing all that good stuff. Luckily, he's being pretty cooperative so far. Unfortunately, that Vigor did trigger the first time, so he did heal a little bit, which is going to make the fight a little bit longer. Back over at 100% yellow bar, which is great. Gonna get some nice intercepts here. Always try to go for the intercepts against Magneto, since that heavy attack, the Unstoppable, can be annoying. He gets the Vigor again, so he's healing. Luckily, our degen is mitigating a little bit of that, but he's over 60% at one point. One more time. But there we go. Go for 2 degens there. Another L1. Still the full yellow bar. And we missed the intercept there, but we're able to block his retaliation. And we go for another L1 here. Get some more degen. This fight is going just how I need it to. Vigor comes back in, healing for just about 2k or 4k I should say, every second. But we're still at a full yellow bar, so missed the intercept there, unfortunately. And now we are just playing the long game. We missed the intercept one more time, so we don't get the full yellow bar finish. I go for some belly bumps here, get the Fury right there, just for some extra cheekiness, and 90% here. Get the nice intercept there, and Magneto goes down. So, very nice fight. A little bit longer than I would have wanted, but you know what? A solo is a solo. I will take it. And finally, for this war number 10 against ISO8a, we have this white Magneto. So we've now fought both Magnetos in this war. This is another hazard shift node here, so Kingpin is the way to go. Been really loving using Kingpin. I'm glad I took him to rank 3. I kind of took him to rank 3 without having much use for him, but I'm glad I did because he's been putting in lots and lots of work. I'm out of invulnerability boosts at this point. I debated whether or not I wanted to pop one. White Magneto is, in my opinion, a lot easier to fight since he doesn't go unstoppable on heavies. So I think, if I remember correctly, we end up not using one. We don't buy one. Just so, you know, we can save for the last war, which is, you know, we'll be dropping that video tomorrow. So we go in here. We're still at 100% health. I think if I healed up a little bit before, just to have some extra insurance. But yeah, so here we go. We're going into this fight here. White Magneto does have some extra health since he is on a mini-boss node. But as you're going to see, it goes pretty well. We are going to be trying to push him to the L2 as much as we can since White Magneto's specials are flipped from Red Magneto's. So we're going ahead pushing the L2. Got a nice double degen going, doing about 600 a tick. So about 1200 each second. We do miss the intercept there. So there we go. More missed intercepts against Magneto's. But we're okay. We're healing up from the rage stacks. And there we go. Another L1 there. Don't really have much use for the L2s. I noticed that when I use Kingpin, I just use the L1. But I'm pretty sure that's the way to play him since, you know, that degen is going to be helping us out. You know, taking him down any chip damage is nice. We missed the intercept again, but then we get it back. Go for some retaliation on our end here. Also love the increased combat power rate that Kingpin gets from each rage stack. It's helping us get to those L1s a lot quicker, which is great. And there goes another L2. He's at 3 altitude charges from high ground, so we got to be extra careful now since he's going to be doing lots of burst damage. We hit into his block a little bit, and luckily the degen takes him out. Unfortunately, we did not end up winning this war. We had a couple more deaths than ISO8a, which is unfortunate, so we ended up going into the last war 7-3. But like I said, I'll be posting that video tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.